The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 4, Day 1, features a startling scene that demonstrates the brutality of the Washington Liberation Front, WLF, popularly known as the Wolves, even after Abby killed Joel brutally in Episode 2. When Ellie and Dina go up to Seattle in search of Abby, it is evident that the WLF has taken over the city. Jeffrey Wright, who also provided Isaac's voice in the video game Last of Us Part 2, makes his debut appearance in this episode. It is revealed that Isaac has already betrayed his fellow Fedra troops, one of whom was surprisingly portrayed by Josh Peck. The Wolves' ascent to power was sparked by this betrayal, which includes a flashback in which Isaac kills 8 of his allies by throwing explosives into a Fedra tank. Episode 3 also introduces the Seraphites, or Scars, as a new group. They can be identified by the long, symmetrical scars on both sides of their faces that extend from ear to mouth. In and around Seattle, the Seraphites and the Wolves are engaged in a bloody conflict. Despite the violence on both sides, it is obvious that the WLF has the advantage due to its greater strength and arsenal. In Episode 4, we witness Isaac torturing a captive Scar, demonstrating his continued leadership of the WLF. The Scar has already been severely beaten, is chained up, and is naked. Isaac questions him, insisting on knowing the next target of the Seraphites' attack. We discover that the two tribes were previously partners, but a broken truce resulted in open warfare, even if the program skips over the specifics of their past. Isaac is particularly frightening because of his heartless, uncaring demeanor. Isaac uses a hot copper pan to calmly burn his palm while the Scar endures the torment in silence. Despite the pain, the Scar remains silent, offering his second hand to be burned and praying to a higher power. Isaac instantly and nonchalantly shoots the man in the head after realizing he won't say anything. Isaac shares an unsettling tale in this sequence. He claims that even after the world ended because of the Cordyceps pandemic, he managed to get a restaurant-quality copper pan, which he had always desired as a child. His sharing of this odd recollection while torturing the Scar demonstrates his detachment from humanity. Isaac first gave the impression that he had left Fedra to fight for a more worthy cause with the WLF, particularly after he objected to Fedra's usage of the term voters to describe civilians whose right to vote had been taken away. He showed that he still had some redeeming qualities by sparing one Fedra soldier. However, that same soldier later turned into a vicious wolf, demonstrating how the WLF may deceive even those who have previously shown compassion. Isaac now exhibits little to no empathy for his victims, just like Abby. After a fierce battle to regain their independence from Fedra, the WLF now uses ruthless force to maintain its hold on the Pacific Northwest. Ellie and Dina will encounter terrifying threats as they venture farther into WLF territory, not only from Isaac and Abby but also from the hordes of infected who continue to stalk Seattle and the future. May 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time will mark the release of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5. For the remainder of the season, HBO will continue to air at that time slot. At the same time, the program will be accessible globally via the Max streaming service, with time zone adjustments. Thus far, each episode has deviated from the video game, making it more difficult to predict the plot. However, despite what they have recently learned, we can infer from the Episode 5 teaser and narrative that Ellie and Dina will continue to explore the city. The phrase "it's in the air" alludes to a horrifying progression of the Cordyceps infection, and we will witness more of Seattle's communities and settings. Compared to Season 1's 9 episodes, Season 2 only features 7. However, is probably because of the extensive action sequences and new cast members. Even though the season doesn't cover the entirety of The Last of Us Part 2 game, there is still time for significant events to occur, as Episode 5 approaches and there are only 2 episodes left. There is still a lot to anticipate from The Last of Us Season 2, which has so far maintained its gripping narrative. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment if you found this video interesting.